Hey, Shalom Akim. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai by Hashem Rakah HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there laboring in his truth and sincerity. Yalak Mara'af from the shepherd of Berea camp. Shalom to you, fellow laborers, man. It's out here that's risking their lives and pushing this truth. Okay, this article was sent out from the brother Karak Kahan through the Spirit, and this article reads, central bankers are losing the war on gold. Author tells Max Keiser. You know, Max Keiser report always comes out on RT News. That Edomite dude. I mean, that dude be talking cuckoo sometimes, but I mean, he sounds cuckoo, but he always goes into a lot of this stuff. And you know, what's going on is due to the economy failing. Whenever national crisis happen, and there's unsurety, in a society, pretty much the money goes into gold. So the gold stock, it broke 2,000. The Apostle Tahar was doing videos on that, and silver was going up because that's where people put money inside of whenever there's like crisis is going on. So we in what, the pandemic or plandemic, so to speak, where a lot of businesses shut down. You got a lot of rioting happening in the streets, so a lot of money is being poured into the gold reserves, right? On the stock market. Okay. So the stock, as I said, with gold prices, I read what he said, with gold prices rising, veteran RT host Max Kaiser sat down with financial journalist and author of The Big Reset, Wilhelm Mittelkoop, to discuss the metal's dominance on the financial market. The central bankers, Wall Street, the usual suspects, they are losing this war on gold as they have done in the 1960s. The year the author was referring to is when the London gold pool existed. The group was comprised of several central banks which dumped their gold reserves to keep bullion price at $35 per troy ounce. Middlecoop says that now we can see the second London gold pool is failing. If you look at physical deliveries, we see higher and higher amounts of physical gold itself being delivered every month now, and this has started in March during the Corona crisis panic. So I think this is the last phase of this gold war. Okay, so what? The gold is taking over again because everything. So the dollar, if the gold goes up, the dollar is crashing. That's just actually what it means. All right. And that's why I guess this guy has something called the big reset, because money is going to go into a digital currency. All right. And in society, the gold is going to really not have value because, um, and I say this according to the scriptures too, it say that gold is cankered, really because you know, the society is crumbling apart. Everything is crumbling apart. So it won't have its same value as what I'm saying, because in the scriptures, let's go into the scriptures. It won't have the high value as it is. Oh man, it's not allowing me to do the search on my phone. Oh boy. Maybe let me see something real quick. There you go. Salaki. I'm typing a donkey. The word is an ass. The second Kings 6:25, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for fourscore pieces of silver. So a donkey's head was sold for fourscore pieces of silver, and a fourth part of a cab of dove's dung, like bird shit, for 5 pieces of silver. So the it's losing its value. You know, that same silver would have brought you more things, but now it's only buying you shit, literally. Dung. And that's what ultimately was coming into the society in Babylon. You know, it's gonna fall. And that's why it says in Jeremiah, lift up a bomb. No one is no way any person can come with an algorithm to heal a market. Now they're gonna do a reset. Things gonna go digital for a while, but ultimately that's gonna fall apart as well, because that's what he's bringing in his market, a beast system. All right, Jeremiah 41 51 and 8, Salakia. Babylon is fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. All right. Where's the pain? The market. Okay. Babylon is the land of traffic in Ezekiel 17. So it is represented by a business, a company. That's why, you'll get into the malls, they'd be like, man, it's a corporation. This place is a business. And when the money is being hurt, you see China won't sell the TikTok or the 5G. So a lot of the Babylon is represented off of their relationship with the other nations, and they're beefing at that. And the coronavirus is slowing things down, and people are rioting. So business can't is not as usual. So things are being hurt, and people are pouring their money into the gold. You know, and that's why the gold is going up. So to invest in gold is smart, all right, but ultimately we know what that this place is going to fall apart because you see here that silver and that we read in Kings was being brought as that. So it'll get you something, but it won't get you no value of anything. It won't, and ultimately it's going to go into the cryptocurrency as we see, and they're going to bring in that market to be system. That's just the way it's going to happen. You know, it says, you'll take balm for her if so she may be healed, right? Balm is a healing ointment. So, come up with an algorithm, a system, a way where we could basically reset the society and start off again new. All right. And that's what they're going to do. Okay. With their market beast system, tracking and tracing everything, blockchain network. That's why JP Morgan, a lot of banks, they're dumping money into that. So you're when you put your money inside the bank, they're investing that money. You're not safe any your pension, they're investing that money, okay, into their platforms. All right. It says, verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Okay. Forsake her. Meaning, like, hey, give up on it. Hey, man, fall back from her. Let us go, everyone, into his own country. And that's what a lot of people are doing. You see, New York, because that's where we based out of. I'm based out of. New York is a ghost town. And a lot of rental properties, like 40,000 rental properties opened up. 40,000. I think even more than that. And that's just in Manhattan. And why is that? Because people are going back to either their own country, or a lot of the people who moved in, that gentrification, they're going back to, you know, deep down into wherever they were from, because they see, okay, the forecast of this society are falling apart. So it says, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reached into the heavens and is lifted up into the skies. And that's why what is really going on. See, it's more than this. The heavenly Father is bringing forth judgment, and that's what they're not telling the people, okay? Because the children of Israel will repent, all right? And they're not telling them, they're not saying that truth. So I'm going to get James the fifth chapter. But before that, let me get Zephaniah 1, where it says, silver and gold shall not deliver you. Yeah. Zephaniah 1 and 11. How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchants people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. So, you know, this is the time we're coming in, the time of judgment, where money and the merchants, all of that will be cut down. It will be stopped. Okay. Now we still operating this system, but we have a understanding that there's a cutoff about to happen, very soon. And Lord's will, the Most High sustain us, but He will sustain His elect. Thus saith the Bible. Okay. Um, let's jump down here. This is what I wanted. So, Zephaniah 1 and 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured. So, silver and gold could go as high as it wants, but it won't deliver them when the Most High bring down His judgment. It won't deliver them. Nobody. When the Most High bring down the Lord's judgment. You know, that's just say it, not saying to you can't buy it, but it won't deliver you, right? And it said, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. So, it's gonna be burnt up. The whole market, everything is gonna be burnt up, literally too. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land, and that's what's to come. You know, so James the fifth chapter, how ye Richmond, you guys gotta start crying. because the Most High about to eradicate this place, man. James 5:1, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, your garments are moth eating, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be your witness against you. So what is rusting away? What? The financial system. And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Is that what they're doing? They're heaping treasure. Gold is going up. They're heaping treasure. What? For the last days. Alex Jones, a lot of them will tell you, hey, go, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. That's heaping treasure for the last days because they know it's a time of trouble. But we read in Zephaniah, it's not going to deliver them. Verse 4, behold, the hire of your laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. Okay, now what? The ones who labored hard in the society, they're crying, okay, which is the Israelites. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. We say Zechariah 11, the who possesses slay them. So you're working, they're slaying us. We're getting cancer on these jobs. We're dying. Okay, you're not able to enjoy any retirement. You're getting shot down in the street. The food is bad. Everything, you're being defrauded. As soon as you get your check, you got so much stuff taken out you know then you invest all this money, you invest all your money in your pension and stuff, and you put all the money in your bank account, and then when the damn market fall apart, you're going to have a lot of people out there wilding and crying, for real. This is what's to come, man. um Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth. Who lived in pleasure on the earth? That's some Edomites, man. None of us have lived in pleasure on the earth. Most jakes haven't even been outside of damn 5 mile radius in their neighborhood, man. And that's real talk. All right. And those who's on a tropical islands, they're there serving. They're not there living it up. They're there serving those who come there to live in pleasure. That's what they're doing. You know, Northern and Southern Kingdom. We're not living in pleasure. And just because you might get you a nice car or some, you ain't living in no damn pleasure. All right. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, at your expense, they gain value, And what I mean by that is that, you take their planes to travel, you buy their cars to travel, at your expense, they gain value. That means their stock and stuff like that is going up, you know. So it says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. See, they have nourished their hearts, all right, as in the day of slaughter. So pretty much, that's why I say it's gonna be a sacrifice in Basra. You guys just got fat enough to become a slaughter, to become a sacrifice. That's what happened. You became fat enough to be the Lord's sacrifice. And Babylon the Great is going to be one of the biggest sacrifices. And it's written in the scripture, okay, that it's going to be like that. And the Most High, this place is going to continuously burn, all right, and that wickedness will be put out. And that's what the hopeful elect is looking for: a righteous kingdom and away with this wicked kingdom that promotes, okay, homosexuality, that's pushing pedophilia, constantly through secret ways, manipulating minds to try to go off, subliminal messages on TV to try to get you to go off. That's some fucked up shit, man. And this is a society we live in, and our kids got to grow up in. So this got to get burnt out, man. It has to. All right. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Right. Hey, this new dude just got shot. You know, I mean, you got Jake as resist, but well, ultimately, Jake want to be a part of this society. Jake ain't really trying to pull out of America. Them niggas want to be like you. They ain't resisting. They want to be like you. They want to wear your fly clothes. All right, but and they say you kill the just. The just speaking on Israel, and then ultimately the elect. You know, ultimately elect. But most Jakes, these Jakes with the I'm saying that's not in the truth. They want to be a part of your society, and Esau will be murdering, killing them, hitting them up with, oh, they want to vaccinate you and do this and do that to you. You know, hey man. Verse 7: Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth. So Remember, the elect got to be cultivated a certain way. So he's waiting for certain brothers to, at certain times that set forth to come in his truth. So we just got to be patient, you know. But we see the pains, we see how it's falling apart. It said, wait for the precious fruit of earth, have long patience for it until he receiveth the early and the later rain. Verse 8, be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. And that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, it was a beautiful article. I didn't really go too much into the article, but for the most part, that is the essence of the article, showing that gold is going up again, okay, and gold is winning the war, you know. But ultimately, that gold ain't going to deliver, to society. So, Lord's will, this was edifying. To the next time, Kala Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Salutations to the Akim out there in the Akwaf. All right. Love y'all brothers of the Sheep Berea camp. Shepherd of Berea camp. Salakia, Shepherd of Berea camp. And Shalom, man.